ABC's Cokie Roberts on the phone with us right now. Her mother, Lindy Boggs, served as the U.S. ambassador to the Vatican. And Cokie, Dan brought up a really interesting question just now. Pope Benedict was, in essence, anointed the successor to Pope John Paul II in many ways. Can Pope Benedict anoint his own successor now?
Sure he can, if he wants to. The question, but that's the real question. Does he want to? The fact that we have this resignation, this very surprise and shocking resignation, as opposed to a death of a pope, means that we have an odd period of time before the conclave. You know, usually there's a long period of mourning, which is also a time for politicking among the cardinals. Now we don't know when the conclave is going to happen. I would suspect sooner rather than later, with Easter right around the corner. And I think that the politicking time period is probably going to be shorter than usual, and that will have an effect.
Well, you talk about the politicking. There was always a saying that the rumor mongering among the different Vatican watchers begins about who will be the next pope the minute the previous pope is sworn in. In other words, that all that jockeying for position and prominence begins the moment a pope is elected for the next assignment. Who are the names that have emerged in the last 8 years that we've had Pope Benedict leading the church as to who might be his successor?
Well, the whole argument is always over whether it's going to be a progressive, quote unquote, or a conservative. There are fewer and fewer progressives left in the College of Cardinals due to the appointments of both John Paul II and of Benedict. And so I think that you're not likely to see that happening. But then the question is, what is the nationality? And there have been lots of discussions about Latin American cardinals, African cardinals, because, of course, now among the billion Catholics, most of them are in the Southern Hemisphere. And that is, of course, a huge change, a shift in the politics of the church and the makeup of the church. I think there will be a lot of pushback from Italy again, because even though the majority of the congregants is in the south, there's still a huge number of Italian cardinals.
Right.
And a very strong sense among those cardinals that now there have been two popes, one from Germany now, the last one from Poland. They're ready for an Italian pope.
And what are the chances it could be an American, like Cardinal Dolan here in New York?
Well, that's always a possibility. The American church is considered a somewhat wayward church by the College of Cardinals. I know that comes as a shock to most American Catholics, but they see us more as a source of funds than a source of popes.
Ah, well, interesting perspective. All right, Cokie, we'll touch back in with you throughout the day as this story develops. Obviously, this is going to be something that we're going to be following in the next weeks. The conclave will be assembling pretty quickly.
Hugely important to so many Catholics around the world.